what's her name?
Melissa.
I just said hi, everyone. Sheila, Mary, Presley, they all said hi. So did Melissa.
Promoted her Vivian thing. On a post and said, go to her and she's at 7:30.
Are you on now?
Huh?
Are you on now?
It's okay. I wasn't doing it yet. She's telling her story about it.
Alright, one more time. Hope you guys have your drink, you guys are relaxed, and let's hear another story. A story of a mother,
Hey, Chevy.
and the Nina.
Yeah, not too bad, I suppose. How about yourself?
A certain sound that signals to her
If you can hear something in the background, Mrs. Womble's listening to
clean.
another live show.
Maybe it's a cadence that is displeasing to the child's ear, because she contrasts that tone to the gentle sound of waves against rock or to the call of the kingfisher flying ashore. The child longs for nothing more than to remove herself from the harsh sounds of motherhood and run toward the solace of the
How's your
rocks,
night going?
toward the beauty of the bird in flight,
All day.
toward the peace of the water. It was this kind of beauty that proved to be too much for a young Chamorro woman named Serena to bear. She often chased down the sounds of the shore in lieu of listening to her nana. She often ran to the water to feel it, to swim in it for hours, and drown
We're on our way home.
chores and errands that needed She swam knowing her
Going back a different way
but
tonight.
she felt some guilt about it.
That's okay.
Serena hated disobeying and despised the woman who took care of her. But since she lived near the water and smelled and breathed and listened to it, Serena wanted to swim. The desire she felt was harmless enough. She instinctively knew that each time she fearlessly swam against the ocean currents and swam as quick as the seabirds flew in the sky, she knew that Itasi, the beach, gifted her with its deep knowledge. Sorry, the ocean. That's what Tasi means, the ocean. The ocean had powers to wake her soul. In the water, she was free, and she
Hey,
was
Cindy, how are you?
nothing in her life made her happier. But every afternoon, Donna called out to her young daughter. Donna knew that with every moonrise, the time to bear children and run a household was approaching upon the girl.
We're on our way home a different way.
To adulthood and needed to listen.
Mrs. Womble's listening to another channel.
Donna worried that Serena would not be ready to
She's listening to Gig Life and more. She's telling the story. Hey, Presley, how are you doing tonight, mate?
These accusations happened daily, and yet Serena still didn't know her to
We're going home a different way. I decided to go get some petrol at the cheaper garage. It's only $2.75 a gallon now. Maybe it's cheaper.
She picked up the trees closest to the shore and still painful and tanned, worse yet, with wet coconuts that couldn't possibly be lit. One afternoon, while Serena was sent on another errand, Donna shared her worries with Serena's Nina. In despair, Donna complained to the godmother. Would you like to with this one? She asked.
Glad you're doing all right.
What is this laziness?
I'm currently on Faulty Highway,
Selfish.
Kansas City,
Selfishness.
coming into Independence, Missouri.
Has she no sense of duty? What is she? Donna placed her head in her hands. Say Serena knows what she needs. She knows what her gifts are. She's smart about it. Even though she's not my blood, I'm telling you, I know her.
Oops.
Serena is good and kind. Yes, no doubt Serena's good. But I
The
agree.
garage on the left, there's fire engines and some old cars in there sometimes.
Her eyes innocent and sparkling blue. Yes, yes, I know. She's good. She walks in half naked from the beach.
In this part of the town, like this part of the road, there seems to be fires. There used to be a Sonic over to the right, that burned.
She refuses to
And then
kill the chickens and won't
that
stay
garage that you see to the right, that's had a fire. There was a
stood up.
oil change in place that was there to the left, that burned down.
Anxiously walking towards home.
It's not a good part of town for you want to have a business.
Nona could see
Wing Street. That's
and
nice.
she noticed that once again the laundry had not been done. Serena's Nona felt anger and grief and disappointment grew and turned around.
And then just further up the road on the right hand side is a place called Gorban's.
As Serena stepped into the house, a firestorm of rage that was growing in Nona's
Fire too.
heart and out her mouth. Nona's voice thundered as if it came from someone else. Since you love the water so much, live there until you die there. You will never have children. You will never have a home. At that very moment, the echo boom of these words threatened to tear down the walls of the house. Nona's admonitions
And that's the old Steak and Shake to the left. Unless that is now.
Serena's instinct was to flee from heartbreak that she didn't recognize. She blindly backed out of the house and turned and ran instinctively toward the smell of the ocean. Serena's Nina watched her goddaughter walk toward the shore, facing the ocean. The godmother's voice rang out, cool and calm after the word. I claim your heart, Serena, your mind and your heart, and because of that, I claim your calling for you in the places where your mind and your heart live. Your daughter has taken children from you, but she cannot take the ocean from you. Serena could have heard the peace in her godmother's wish for her, for once in the water, she panicked. The ocean, it seemed, was rejecting her, and she feared that her mother's words were going to kill her. The water raged all around her, her arms flapped up and down. She no longer remembered how to swim, and could not keep her torso above her head. She gasped in short spurts of breath, taking in both water and air, coughing and choking. But worst of all were her legs. She lost control of her legs. They felt as though they were on fire. And she scratched them against the bush rocks. She wasn't near enough to the coral reef yet, but the burning was insistent.
Oh, bollocks, I did it again.
She tried to use her legs to swim, but found that the fire spread to her joints.
Me too.
Her knees and tiny locked them.
Second time today I missed it.
She was sure she would sink to the ocean floor. Yet Serena didn't sink. Instead, her swept her closer to the reef.
Oh my god.
She
I think it's the same price that either one.
She felt the flesh of her thighs grating upon those edges and wondered if she was being sliced into quarters by the sea. The ocean wanted me to pieces, she thought desperately to herself, and it was only at this point of feeling in full, severed that she finally cried. Her tears fell for the pain she felt, for the pain her Nana felt, and for the loss of hope and life. Serena gave up fighting and surrendered to the ocean. Her tears mingled with the waters all around her.
This garage used to be so well kept.
And when they met the ocean calmed.
New owners, oh, it's absolute shit. Like,
It's cheap.
And when that home
but it's cheap.
through into the world, she thought she heard dolphins. Serena stopped fighting. She closed her eyes and lay floating on the waters as if to sleep. She focused on the feel of the water on her arms, back, and neck. She felt the coolness of the wind hitting her wet cheeks, and the pain subsided. She opened her eyes. Serena noticed there were no dolphins. She noticed that the clouds were missing from Elongin, the sky. She noticed that its deep blue color merged with the blue of the ocean. She noticed these things, yet she didn't
Picture movie.
How fast she had swum. She didn't notice the scales, the green, silvery sheen where her legs once were. The glimmer of green she did see, she mistook for the silver blue glare that ocean waves make in the sun. If her heart refused to let go of Nana's hurtful words, then all Serena wanted was for the peace of the ocean to be there with her. The ocean did not, in fact, tear her to pieces. The ocean wrapped her up and tucked her into its earth-sized blanket of serenity, and she felt as if she were the only thing that mattered in that moment. Again, she closed her eyes. Later, much later that evening, as Nana searched the naked horizon with an aching heart, she deeply regretted her words because, like all moms who sometimes say regrettable things, Nana only wanted what she thought was best for her Serena. And although Serena could never go back to her home, the young girl lived out the rest of her days, half fish, half woman, in the body preserved for her by her godmother, in the form given to her by her Nana, a form that most captured her spirit. And that's the picture that they put in the book. Oh, sorry. That right there was as she was transitioning into a mermaid. So if you want to see, that's also something else that's big in Guam. They have a statue of Serena. And yes, she is half naked. I would love to live in the water. I love the ocean, even though I can't swim. But yes, I grew up on an island, a tropical island that I don't know how to swim, but this was something we had talked about before too. But just in case you weren't there, yeah, I can't swim. My kids can swim, my husband can swim, but I can't. But it's so easy, especially if you live along where you're in walking distance. And there was only one time growing up when we lived in the southern part of the island to where looking out the door and across the street was our neighbor's house, and behind them was the ocean. That's how close we were, so I think for a year or so of my life, I lived that close to the beach. Otherwise, I love the water. I'm just a bit afraid of fish. When I was a kid, I don't know if do you guys know what a sea cucumber is? The water is clear in Guam. And that's a cool thing, but at the same time, it's a little scary. At least for me now. Back as a kid.
Hey, Mama Wrench.
Becca said she's scared of fish. I'm like, scared of fish, but not fish?
Thank you, that Mama Wrench. I was getting some petrol. Wendy's listening to Gig Life for more because she was telling stories about her culture in Guam. Oh, crikey. Petrol's $2.75.
She said, "What's laughs, Mrs. Womble?"
Who?
Oh. Crying and begging Goose back.
Oh, QT. You okay with that? QT? I remember as a kid, I'd be playing catch. Yeah.
I just was there.
Oh, I did it. Alright, gonna slight detour. going for a ride around this evening, and you can listen to Melissa in the background as soon as I shut up.
Then you have to go out of the water and just try to roll past it. But I used to play with that as a kid. But yeah, so the waters are clear now. They still have that blue green look to them. I mean, there are some parts of the island that I haven't seen personally, but I've only seen,
It's hard to
some
look.
pictures of where the sands are white. Because some of those places you have to trek to. Some of those places to where the beach is serene, and there's some areas where you have to be careful because you can
Someone read that.
get trapped out there when the tide comes in. So,
Okay, it's hard to hear without my headphones. It's got that tiny sound. Oh yeah.
One of these days,
So you all
when my husband
beat
and
the
I
heat
are
today.
able to
Well, I've been in the van most of it and doing more proxy pics today, and then I picked up more proxy pics to do tomorrow. So 3 for Verizon shops to do tomorrow. Whether I get them all done tomorrow is another thing.
But if you're just now joining the live stream, I'm so glad you're able to pop in. This is Culture Day, episode 1. I was just sharing some tidbits of where I'm from, which is a tiny island in the Pacific called Womble. And literally, the word Womble, when you look at it, the word is bigger than the dot that represents our tiny island. So, but if you're looking at it, to the north, you got Japan, and to the southwest, you got the Philippines down this way. If I'm doing it right, I'm not exactly the best with geography. My husband is, and then going down that way, like you're headed towards the U.S., you come across Hawaii. But yeah, it literally is a tiny dot on the map. So it is going to be one of those islands where if you're not looking down, you're going to fly right by it. So what did you guys think of the mermaid story?
I'm quite good. I'll put my another one. We're on 40 highway, by the way, everyone. Again, going back the other way.
And one of the other stories that, and as I think about it, it's like some of these stories are like horror stories, and they're to scare you, I guess. Because like with the Takamona, they're supposed to they're the spirits of our ancestors. Some of the other things that you don't want to mess with is that you're in the jungle, okay? Is we were always told, I mean, even to this day as adults,
We'll go back a different way on the way back. We've already bring up this show.
when you're in the jungle, you have to show your respect, and you're supposed to. I don't know the phrase in general, how to say it, but you're supposed to ask for permission, before you can go. Because if you, don't give your respect, then, the same thing that I've heard that is going to happen, you'll be used in some way, you'll be visited, and what's crazy is that a couple of years ago, we actually caught an episode. I don't know if you guys ever watched the show or not, but it's these guys who go around and they investigate
He's
they actually did an episode that blew out the law. And they, some of them were, skeptical about it, of course. And they did have some locals that guides them and everything. And they came across one of the banyan trees, but they have some of the equipment with them, they're supposed to do the infrared stuff. But an incident that happened during the filming was one of the guys, and it was at night,
I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
like somebody had put their hand on his back, pushed him. What was crazy was when they did the infrared on his back, you could see a handprint. There was a handprint on his back. So that was, they did come across, like one or two other things during the episode, but, that kind of like, you've been pushed. What kind of push? But it, goes to show that, who knows, but there's the Tatamon, and then there's also the Duendes. I think we also share a little bit with the Spanish when it comes to that. I think they have a story, something similar to what the Duendes are, but they are like, and I think that story is in this book. Nope, it's not in this book. But the Duendes are, I don't even know how that they would be described, almost like, little people or elves even. But the story behind that one is that they are known to, they can only be seen by children. They are known to lure children into the jungle. So that's why they always say to be careful, make sure your kids are baptized, make sure they're wearing, that was another part of the story that I remember hearing, was that they've got a blessed pin on them. But, always being there with your kids, especially if they're close to the jungle. And where we lived in the southern part of the island, and when a child with a crazy imagination like me, we lived right next door to a cemetery. Has anybody here watching right now, whether you're part of the live stream or as watching as a replay, have you ever lived by a cemetery? Because while we lived in the South, even though we had the beauty of looking out our front door and seeing the ocean, we had the house where the land was, we had a patch of jungle, and then on the other side of that jungle was the cemetery, on the same side of the road. So yeah, I didn't play around in the jungle, for sure. Maybe during the day with my brothers and sisters, never by myself, and never at night. But that's another story that I remember hearing about. That's also not in this book that I would love to share, but maybe I'll find it for a future episode to show, a little bit about our culture. But again, just in case, you weren't here at the start of the streaming, one of the things that we had talked about was what wearing a flower behind the ear represents. So if you ever come across, and again, they're
did you sign up the rule?
Place, many of the Pacific Islands share this meaning, but that's what nightmares are being.
Oh, you were listening?
Is that if you see a young lady?
I'm here listening, just finishing up laundry and such. So I can sit my ass in front of the fan. Yeah, can understand that one. me get yours across there.
You're very welcome. And I am probably going to be doing another cooking video or live stream as part of my culture day episodes.
It's both beers and trip.
No, it's just me.
All right, we go back a different way, everybody. So we've been up and down that road too often, twice already. Yeah. Dutch Brothers over there to the right, if you can see it. Over there. I've done a few proxy pics of that one. That's a new one last year. So now we're on Lee Summit Road.
I will tell you, one of my sisters, or two of my sisters,
heading towards Independence.
Because I remember the story easier with what my mom had shared with me. Okay, yeah, I figured as much as you were about to say that, because it's the same thing when my mom, when her dad was in the hospital, you know, he was sick, and she was visiting him, but you know, it was time to go home. You know, he told her to go home, and on the drive home from the hospital.
So everybody gets to listen in on my channel and listen in on Melissa's channel too.
Between her and my
someone's listening to stories.
Sitting right next to her, and that was with her dad. And she said the minute, you know, they drove into the
and you get to see the view.
She said she felt the presence disappear. Oh yes, I know. I meant to put that. I do apologize. I'll go back and do I forgot to put the ingredients for the pants that I made.
Did you get an emergency? Okay, I've got to watch for the car next to me. It appears to has nothing to lose by the looks of it. Emergency alert on your phone today about 911 system being out of order. I didn't see that.
Now with my mom's mom, when
that's not good.
She said that she was visited by her mom before she passed. She said, my mom said she was laying down, and was it my dad? I meant her dad. All I know, I think from what I remember of my mom sharing this part, was that she was visited, and she said she was laying down, and then next thing you know, she said she felt like someone was...
Missouri drivers at their best.
Caressing the back of your head. Like, you know, that type of caressing you would do to your child to let you know that everything's going to be okay. You know, she didn't feel...
Temporary tag on that white car.
Feel scared or anything.
It ain't going to last very long.
She just said that...
Hey, Becca, how you doing? Wendy's listening in on Melissa's show.
Who's that?
Becca.
Oh, she was on here too.
Oh my gosh, here comes another one. It seems no one uses their mirrors anymore. All bloody indicators.
Are they family, Mary?
How you doing today, Becca?
All I know too is when, at least in my immediate family, my parents and my siblings, my father is the only one that has passed away. I mean, I've lost two of my brother-in-laws in the last few years, but I was actually in the real life when my dad passed away. But I do remember when we were all talking about it, and my dad was asleep, and my mom, you know, we were talking, and she was sharing those stories again to everybody, and I just said that, don't scare me. I just said, don't scare me. If you're going to visit, don't scare me. Because I can get easily scared when stuff like that happens. it's I've had dreams of my dad.
Here in Massachusetts, it was
Especially when I share it with my
disabled.
siblings, they're like, I haven't had it. Because
For
sometimes
at least 4 to 6 hours? Bloody hell.
he doesn't say anything. He just looks at you and he smiles. My mom was always just saying that that's his way of checking in on me, and letting me know that he's still watching. And then there are times where I actually hear his voice. He's talking and I hear his voice and it sounds just like I remember. So it's almost like, in a sense,
Hopefully I'll get this traffic light up and I'll be able to read the rest of the message. 4 to 6 hours finished up.
we definitely, our culture, we definitely believe in a lot
Hang
of
on a minute.
spiritual stuff.
Little doggy go for a walk. And little doggy me. Oh, bloody bog off you. GPS lights to go off. Oh, thank God for that. Right. Got a red light. Freaked me out. A bit.
That's what my
Thought there was something bad going on. Thankfully, it's been restored. Probably heat causing issues.
I mean, you're talking about, finding a dime in odd places.
Yeah, it could be that.
It's just
Could
like,
be the heat.
especially
Could be
when
just
to me,
Egypt
like,
playing around. Is that the fireman playing on the skateboard there? Over to the right. It is, isn't it? Fireman. Got nothing to do. Well, good. Get some rest on. Is that the new way of getting to the fire? Comes the sweep and rescue. We're saving money on fuel. We're coming via Vipping skateboard instead now. I don't know if you all got to see that. One of the fire blokes at the fire station was rolling around out the front on a skateboard. Maybe they're testing new systems. Oh gosh. Oh, wait. Is that Hyundai? Looks like a bloody Subaru. Hmm.
for me, at least when I was growing up, it didn't have to necessarily happen to me because I was around those.
Oh my gosh. Her dad passed in the drive-thru at AFC.
Good.
Mary's.
Wow.
She said her dad had a great sense of humor.
He had a what?
A great sense of humor. He passed away in 2017. It didn't just happen.
What?
Doesn't make going to KFC any better.
Really? That was his way of, having a good sense of
Well,
Dad had to go fast. I could make such comments about AFC being fast food.
yeah, professional.
And goes to show you it's not healthy, but I'm not going to hesitate.
But you'll say it on camera. Shut
Nobody can hear me.
here.
They can't hear me.
in reference to my brother-in-law. The first one passed away several years ago on his first anniversary. He was raised at that time.
So Becca, are you still in there? Have you been out chasing any more? Oh no, I know. The bears are not in that area where you're at now. Chased them all off. They heard you were coming.
She just started smiling so big and was looking up. And
now on 39th Street. About 4 people in here. Woohoo! Hey, no Egypt, no lights. Probably.
I was trying to get the attention of others in the room to see what was going on because quite all of a sudden, she acted like someone was standing in front of her and talking to her. So I thought that was.
Well, I wish it was a time of year when I could show you. There's this one house down. If I turn right here, there's a house down there that's got all these RGB boards and arches and all the stuff to make colourful light displays. And they got searchlights as well that go on it. Halloween, they actually have. There's a replica Ghostbusters vehicle in the area, and they just light this place up, and you can tune into a radio station and park across the street, and you can watch all the lights go off and listen in.
They do it at Christmas too.
And Christmas, yeah, Christmas is.
And they do the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, they do the Chiefs. Hey Angela, how are you doing? Angela's here.
Hi Angela.
We're just on our way home. We went home a different way twice. Well, I didn't quite reach home first of all. Wendy's listening into Melissa's channel because she was telling stories.
About Womble.
Yeah. Well, I promoted her on the site, on the.
I've never watched her before.
You never watched her before? Oh, yeah. I know I have. I try to watch everyone if I can. Went home a different. Anyway, Angela, so how was your day? Did you do well with DoorDashing, etc. today? Uber Eats, Grubby Hub? I didn't do any today.
I don't know when the dancing and singing might take place because I'm just trying to make sure that my channel.
When I had done a proxy pics and picked up more proxy pics to do for tomorrow. 3 Verizon shops to do.
If my channel were to be monetized, then at that time, in a video that has been flagged as a copyright issue,
and I did one proxy pics today over in Kansas. Got to go to another part of Kansas tomorrow to do another proxy pics. That one's not so far away. Not like the other bloody one.
Or any dancing, it's not going to be the same without the music. So I'm going to try and make sure I get that situated before I schedule those lives. But so what? Next
We'll
Tuesday.
be pulling up at the house in about 10 minutes, if that.
It might just be a random, come chat with me type thing, and whatever everyone feels like talking about and sharing on that day. Like I said, I know Mary, because I just looked at your name. That's why I just said your name. Sheila, you gave me one.
Not ignoring you all. Just wait to get home and get there. Hey Josh, how you doing, mate? What's up, Will? Oh, what's up? Oh, crikey, mate. Can't keep up with your flipping young lingo. You're alright, I suppose. How you doing, mate? Just on our way home, getting closer. Mrs. Womble's got an ear on me, maybe, I don't know. And then she's listening in on another channel. What's that? Whoa. This is my usual watching things. $2.79 at that garage.
As far as I know, Sheila, I thought it's supposed to take place tomorrow, starting as early as tomorrow. That's right. Because where you're at here in Texas, you're probably going to be affected by it more than I am. She was just.
I said, okay, terrific show, Melissa. I'm going to say goodnight as it's getting confusing trying to listen while my husband's doing his live show.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I could do that, but I want that to be set up tomorrow. Because I don't know if you guys watched
Right, okay, so going back on what everyone said,
he showed what he made.
probably as a drill. They do them a lot here since 9/11 because of the airport and the holding tanks in all the ports. I did hear military jets going over today. Oh well.
I mean, it's a lower rating, but you can still get paid for it.
3.25 hours for $66. Wow. Well, that's $20 an hour, isn't it? Dollars or so.
My daughters and I have formed a family, and it's a dance that I learned while we were stationed in Germany with my hula sisters.
Not bad, getting ready for bed. Got a long work day tomorrow. Yeah, alright, I suppose, mate. I've been, went to Kansas today. Went to,
Mary says she has your live on TV, so she can't chat.
Oh, okay. Hey, Mary. Anyway, so yeah, it was, went over to near Sporting KC over at the Legends. And, oh look, trolling is the best. This is retracted. Oh, you got a bit more than that, mate. Bye. Oh, Mama Wrench got that one. Mama Wrench has been whacking people already. Trolling is the best. Wallop, God. Yeah, so we went over to Legends over by Sporting KC because I had to go photograph a Verizon shop over there. Probably one of the grottiest flipping Verizon shops I've had to do so far. And then when we left there, we was coming out of there and went to, was heading back home and heading back to Lee Summit, or heading over to Lee Summit. And then I remembered I forgot to turn my mileage trackers on. Dipstick, always forget that.
Yours comes up and says this content may be inappropriate for some users. Do you wish to continue?
Oh, because I got it. Well, unless you're in lower age. Anyway, so
I gave you a thumbs up.
thank you, Mrs. Womble. Mrs. Womble was so flipping engrossed in all of what I was doing. Just like she was so flipping concerned when I got whacked with a flipping by a bird. Yeah.
I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
Yeah, it was a concerning. She was concerned a lot.
What about the bird?
Look at the bird. It was him that flipping whacked me.
Smashed Ray in the head, and he had the window open and the door open. I was handing him my empty water bottle to throw out, and it hit him in the head. Then it hit the top of the window and flew through the open window and hit the ground. I'm like, what was that? And Ray's like, I don't know. I said, was it a bird? Was it trash? I don't know. I'm like, it's right down there on the ground.
I didn't know.
It's a bird.
I didn't know because of days by being hit by a bloody bird. Days, I thought
Then
she'd
he's
flown.
yelling at the bird, if I get bird flu.
They saw the video.
Crushed.
Yeah. Yeah, don't get her started. So now flipping Josie's laughing.
It was funny.
Yeah, she had a concerning laugh. Actually, you can hear her
It
on the end of
probably
the
hurt
bed.
the bird worse.
Yeah, the bird did look a bit dazed.
I've never known anybody to have a bird run into them. They
Didn't
might
run.
poop on them, but not run into them.
He didn't run. He flew.
Well, fly it, whatever.
There's a difference. Was that the gas station bird? Bird flew bird. It's supposed to be one flew over the cuckoo's nest, not one into it. Oh dear. So anyway, I forgot what we're talking about then. Anyway, so how's everybody doing? I was trying to read through that and you got to turn my tracker on top. Yeah, I did. And I do it so much with proxy picks too. Proxy picks for me is very hard to remember to turn the bloody tracker on. And we've gone all the way to sodding Kansas and got all that done there. It's massive. It's a big complex. Rex knows where it is. He's been there, sure. Anyway, big complex there. They got the football thing there, like the Sporting KC, bloody great stadium there. That's also where they have the NASCAR and all that there at the Kansas Speedway. There's a Renaissance Festival place there, but there's an awful lot of shops. I mean, there's like so many. It's a big complex, outlets and all that there. I don't think they got a Bass Pro, but they got the equivalent of Cabela's or something there. And I'll turn that up a bit too cold. And anyway, there's an awful lot going on there, and I had to go to Verizon and photograph that grotty little place. It wasn't the best one. And anyway, on the way back, that was when I realised that we were about halfway back, I think, and then I realised that I forgot to turn the bloody tracking on. So I pulled over to take a picture of the clocks like I always do when I start the tracking. And I start the tracking, I hope. And then I was looking on proxy pics to see if there was anything else came up in the area. There was a dumpster one that was there. I haven't done that because it was in another. Hey Sheila, it was actually in the area photographed yesterday. But anyway, so this, and then all of a sudden, 3 VIP and Verizon shops popped up. So I ended up taking all of those, which I'll do tomorrow. Hey Mary, I had I was listening in one ear with Wendy had her phone going, and she was listening to Melissa tell the story. Oh, here comes Wendy again. She was listening to Melissa. Well, back. What's going on there? Yeah. What? Oh, probably would help. Went and got a new mouse today, not a furry one, for the computer. And so you come back in that. I don't know, I've got the engine one. Anyway, so yeah, I've got 3 Verizons to do tomorrow. Yeah, there was a troll in there just a little while ago. A sea trolling is the best. Is making his rounds tonight. He was just in Melissa's live. Oh, that was nice of him. It's like to visit everybody and get a good whack by Mama Wrench. Hey, I done a live stream early this morning and had several trolls go into that. I was just messing around early in the morning. I think it was like about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep. I don't need it. So yeah, I've got more proxy pics. We did a different drive around home differently tonight. Came a different way, and Wendy had to write in the comments that she was having difficulty listening to me, listening to Melissa, and listening to me, and I was talking in the background. Yeah, Proxy Pix is good. Proxy Pix is doing us pretty well because DoorDash is not good at the moment. Proxy Pix is definitely keeping everything going. And I was going to go round. I've done that for that one over in Kansas, over by Legends, which is Kansas City, Kansas. And then when I picked up those other ones, where was I then? I was in Miriam, Kansas, I think, somewhere around about there. And those other ones came in. I took all of those, and I was going to go down and do one of them, even though because Mrs. Womble around about 5:30 or so, and they closed at 7 as well. So, hey Melissa, we was listening in on your. Oh, Wendy's gone. Sorry, she went indoors. She's gone to play with her computer because she got a new mouse. She kicked that furry one out. But we was I was listening in, and she was watching you. But then she was having difficulty towards the end because I was too busy being loud in the background, I suppose. I don't know. But anyway. But it sounded like you were having fun. And like everybody was doing. I get proxy notifications all day. So Josh, any news on the one you were talking to yesterday? Do you talk to her every night or what now? The iPhone gets proxy notifications sooner. Okay. I actually went over to AT&T today, this evening. I was going to go down to Verizon to take the pictures. I didn't want to do that because it was getting close, and I wanted to go do the get to AT&T because I wanted to figure out all the business on getting another phone. So may well be adding a new phone to our service. it was getting a bit later then, and I just didn't want to mess with it. Thanks, Melissa. Yeah, every night she texts me. She was. Oh my gosh. Funny enough, I fell asleep this morning in here. You just have it on and hit refresh on the playlist. I just go to a playlist and just let the thing go. Like I'll put on Devious Dasher's one. Who else? That's the point. I know it's not all Devious Dasher that's looking for bloody hell, watch hours and such. Well, actually, he's earning monies on his now. But who needs in here? Who needs watch hours? And who needs subscribers too? I know, Mary, you probably need subscribers. And so if anyone's in here and you haven't subscribed to Mary's channel, go ahead and try and get hers up to 500. We've got to pass 50 now. I'm not sure what number you're on at the moment, Mary. And big free dashing. You need to do big free dashing. Go in there and join DJ's channel as well. He's over 50 now, or at least his subscribers are subscriber count. But I need to start Melissa. I need to see where Melissa is. Watch hours or needs subscribers. Oh yeah, and you need subscribers. That's right. We're trying to get Angela's channel to hurt your name. Oh, you had your ears tuned in. If anyone hasn't already subscribed to Bomber City Dashing, we're trying to get it to 1,000. How many are you at now, Angela? I know you were at 860 something before, I believe. Yeah, DJ, I'm saying that we need to get you to 500 subscribers so we can get you on that level. Because we've got you over 50, up over that. I need to just try and do more. You're at 60. Okay, whoever's not subscribed to Mary, please go in and subscribe to Mary. I know a lot of people in here already have done so. And but if not, definitely go in and subscribe to Mary. Big Free Dashing and Bomb City Dashing. And who else? I just need to know who else needs the subscribers, etc. Not to mention Drew's Spark Adventures to 500. Last I checked, he had 9 to go. Okay, I don't know. I think I'm on his one, but I haven't really watched too many because I try to watch everybody. But it's and I try to keep up with all the car stuff that I do for the car channel as well. Not to mention. Okay, so if anybody's not been to Drew's Spark Adventures, we need to try and get him up to 500. He's only 9 to go on that one. Well, at least that we know of. It may be there, we're not sure. I'm subscribed to everybody. I'll switch to Mardukes and make sure. Okay, go. Yeah. Okay, everybody. Hey, Chevy. If you've not subscribed to everybody in here, seems like everybody's needs subscribers. So click on people's names and you should be able to get to their channels. And make sure you're subscribed to everybody. We're just trying to get people in here all subbed up. And if anybody needs watch hours as well, let us know that. And I've got people already giving me watch hours, and I try to keep Devious Dasher on the playlist. But if anyone else needs their watch hours brought up, then I'll start doing that. And for those that have got VPN channels, that have got channels of 50 or haven't got many videos out, I find that if you start making some playlists for when you put out, like if you do something special, like you're doing a ride along or something, you can make a playlist about that. So if you start making playlists and putting like ride along videos in one, do rants about on a certain playlist, or you can put down Howard's flipping Howard the Kitty as a playlist. And because when we're doing the streams, it's easier to go to a playlist, and if you got 10 or 20 or whatever videos in there, we can just go in there, hit play all, and we can watch them or leave them running, and that helps, and it'll just run through. Which I'm sure all of you probably know that, but just in case you don't. Mardukes is now sub to everybody also. Thank you, Mardukes. Also known as Mama Wrench. Also known as Troll Basher. He isn't a mod, so he can't get to their channels. Oh, okay. Take care of that. Okay. Alright, Chevy. You're now a moderator. Sheila. I need some help in working out to get that bloody Nightbot thing working. I signed up for it early in the morning and done several live shows just to try and get it working. Oh, I'm telling you, I cannot get the bloody thing working properly. Everybody's a basher in here. Any trolls come in, well, let's see if you can get there before. Or Mary. They've normally bashed them. While Becca's out chasing bears. Very fearless, Becca. Do you have it up and running in the background? It said it was going to start whenever I went online, and when I went on this morning doing several live shows to test it, Troll Basher. That's a cool name. Here we go. Someone needs to be called Troll Basher. It showed that when I went into the bot thing, it showed me who was in there and all what was going on, and I put some commands and such on it. Who was in there? I think it was Nieces that was it. No, I don't know who was in there. I think it was Nieces. I don't know. It was several hours ago, and the damn thing drove me nuts. and she hit I commands or something came up. But it showed me all what was happening in the bot thing, but it just never. And I put some timed stuff as well on there. Went in and put it on there, but it just wasn't showing itself in the system. Troll Terminator. I'll be back. Did you make it a moderator on your page? I went into. Yeah, I put it in there, and it showed that it was in there, and I hit save. But then I had to keep going in and doing it. New mouse works. Yay! Hopefully not the furry kind. You know what happened the last time you had a furry mouse on your computer desk? Lots of screams. And you weren't too happy either. Is it a phone app? Nightbot. No, it's not a phone app. They don't actually have an app that I know of. You have to log into it on a website. It has to be a moderator. I think I might have put it down as managing moderator. I guess I'm going to have to go look at it again. No fur. Well, that's good. No screams. One time I said there was a mouse in the house, and so Mrs. Womble went out and bought loads. No, I said it was a chipmunk, wasn't it? I said it was a chipmunk. Well, Mrs. Womble went out and bought loads of stuff for the vipping chipmunk to be caught, and then a mouse vipping. She was at her desk one day, and I was in my office, and then all of a sudden I heard screams, and then Mrs. Womble screamed too, and the mouse peeked from behind her. He'd been her computer monitor. Walmart, I think it was, got some mouse traps and that was the end of that. A live trap, yes. And it was alive when you made me carry it out. Nightbot telly, that's the one. It seems to turn on every time I go in. I've done several live shows this morning, and it just and it was showing me what was happening in the chat, etc. But it just wasn't coming up. You know, like on your one, it will come up every now and again and say different things or note different things, and that was what I was trying to do to it. I put in a few different timed things for it to do that, but it never did pop in. But even though I don't see it on the screen, every time I switch the make a live stream, then it pops up. I can't see it now because I don't have it, because it would be on the desktop now. So I'm going to have to go back and look at it. Grant, it was a little bit tired when I got there because, well, I got involved in late when I got indoors this morning. Who was telling me the other day about that ancestry.com where you do the DNA test. Someone was telling me about that. I can't remember who it was that told me about it. That it was on sale. Yeah, I can see that you can change the different commands, like the times that it comes in. Maybe I don't have them in the right place. You're right on that, but every time I get logged in to go see, okay, well it should be on now. I mean, there's been plenty of chat here now, so I haven't seen it yet, unless someone else has seen it. I haven't seen it. But I had several time things. I think one was to go visit Big Free Dashing's web channel, and crikey, I can't remember. Oh, hit the like and subscribe buttons and such, something like that. I don't know. It was like been 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock this morning when I was doing it. Oh yeah, we were talking about that. Oh my gosh. Anyway, Mary, was that you that told me about that then? Trying to go back. Anyhow, I went and did that. I did that DNA thing for ancestry.com, and they sent me a message today saying that's going to be on it's already been shipped, so should get it in about a week. This is Womble, a live chat for a trick chipmunk. When I figured out it was a mouse, I went and got mouse traps. And 15 minutes later, snap, no more mouse. Yeah. What it resulted in was me getting out the specialised flipping equipment and taking care of mouse. You did the DNA? How did that go? I watched a lot of videos about it. I've been wanting to do it for a little while, and then it went on sale. And I think it was Mary that had told me that it had gone on sale, so I watched a bunch of videos and then decided to do it. So. Oh, crikey. Wow. Jeez, that would be a shock. That would be a shock. I don't know what I'm going to find. Hey, lovely times. How are you? Oh, hey, Mary. Change your name. Alter ego. Is it Howard's who's been, he's got his own account? Hey, how did Howard, does he know us yet? Melissa, we're watching. He should make him one. He could be famous. Well, he's already famous in amongst this group, along with Biscuit. Like the look. Oh yeah, I've got a picture of a pug that I saw in the back of a sticker in the back of some vehicle today out there. I mean to send to Chuck. Oh blimey! Wow, that's got to put a strain on things. Not telling you who. Guys. Yeah, you'll have to make one for Howard. And then he can subscribe to everybody. And we'll all have to subscribe to him. Well, Howard have his own channel, though. You have to make his own. I wanted to do the. I know I'm a bit vague about it, and it probably sounds strange, but my mother left us when I was 4 years old. Actually, it was the night of my 4th birthday, and my dad was at work, and she left, and so I never really knew her so much when I was younger. And my dad brought me up, and we saw her a few times. Met her, found out that I had a half brother who's complete and utter dipstick. Was not impressed, and uh, Wendy had met her too. We went over to England, got to know each other. But in all that time, and with all what had been said and that over the years, she never did think to inform us that that I needed to know. And when I got a letter from a inheritance solicitor, what do they call it? A heritage attorney or solicitor? Anyway, I got a letter from them back in London when I was here. It was only 3-4 years ago, a bit long, but anyway, and she'd passed away and left an inheritance. I never expected anything big, and I didn't. She'd gone, but anyway, I had suspected. Anyway, so I called up the solicitors and said, this is me. What you want? And they told me what had happened, that she passed away, and they go down the lineage if there's no if they think that others are in line for any inheritance. Well, I knew I had a half brother, and they wanted to contact me because they thought that I was all part of this inheritance thing, and so I signed up all the paperwork and that. It wasn't a great deal, and wasn't really all about that. But anyway, um, hey, thanks for signing it all. We'll be in contact when we hear from the others. You what now? hear from the others. What are you on about? Others? I understand that I got a half brother who, again, is an absolute dipstick. Attorney. Okay, you had to be there to tell that. And anyway, so they said that there was others that they were waiting to hear from, and I said, "What do you mean, others? I know I've got a half brother," and they said, "Oh no, there's a sister too." You what? I, what? And holy crap! So I managed to get her name, but there was also she was born before me, and I have spoken to her husband, and a little bit strained because she's in shock. They both are not in very good health. She's certainly not in very good health, and they're not really internet savvy. So trying to keep in contact, I have to call them because it's too expensive for them to call me, and it's I don't know. I don't know whether they really want to hear from me or whatever. I've tried, but somewhat given up in a way. But also I also found out that there was two adopted ones that was as well. Cutting out. Oh bloody hell! I'm not. Anyway, so there was two ones that were adopted out, and it's taken a little while to try and figure out whether I want to actually get in contact with him. Let me switch over to. How about now? Am I back? Yeah, just a little off and on. Okay. Anyhow, so that was one reason why I've been wanting to know what to do, how to get a hold of them, and also the feeling of what would do they even know they're adopted? Do they want to know? Are they still around? Is if they don't want to know or they don't know they're adopted, then they may not want. It may just be disturbing someone's perfectly great life going on, or um, it could be that they're looking for us or looking for someone. Um, but and like I said, I don't know whether they're still around or what. Anyhow, that Vipin DNA thing came up, and it came on sale, and it was at that point it was like, well, you know what? I've put it off and thought about this far too much. I think it's time to bloody well do it. So that's what happened. Will it bring anything? Who bloody knows? But I watched a lot of videos and that about it, so we'll see. Well, yeah, that's got to be a kick. Thanks for popping by, Sheila. I'll check out the flipping Nightbotty thing. You may find a football thing. I think I'm halfway there. We've discussed this. I think we're halfway there. I might find the management and all that with it at this flipping rate. It's a sound pretty good now. So we'll see how all that goes. I'll get that in about a week or so, that kit, and we'll see how that goes. Looks like it'll be fun. Yeah, good night, Shooter. Sounds fine to me, Ray. Oh, yeah, great, wonderful. It's not funny, but it is a little. Oh, good. I'm glad the mousey worked. Tomorrow is who's on tomorrow? Tomorrow is Chuck dashing across America, and I think Devious Dasher goes on after him, right? Mama Wrench. I think he's on after. I don't know if Grandpa's random reviews will be on also. I'll have to double check with him or check on his channel. We'll see. If you haven't already done so, go to Grandpa's random reviews. He's also name of Brandon, and he's Dashing Grandpa too. Chuck Chat, that's it. Chuck Chat. We'll all get to hear Biscuit snoring. Devious Dasher is live at 7:30 his time. What's that, about 9:30 Central Time? No, hang on. Yeah, about 9:30 Central Time, isn't it? Because he's 2 hours behind me, I think. Oh, crikey, trying to keep up with all that Zol work some days. And Chuck will be on. What's he on? About 8 o'clock, I think. Central Time. I think I've got to turn the air conditioning on. Getting a bit. Ooh. This is 89. Everything's on. I was glad I was finally able to get in bloody the phone shop tonight. Got a kid that was really flipping good too. Went in there. He enjoyed the accent. What accent? Yeah. But he was real good to talk with and very informative, and told me most of what I wanted to know. There was a couple of questions I did forget to ask, but he actually had someone walk in. And I said, I'll leave you to it. Someone's paying you some money, so I'll leave you to it. Anyway, I'll just have to make a decision on what I'm going to do. I want to get another phone. I want to upgrade this one because the bloody flipping storage is a pain in the backside at the moment. flipping pain in the backside. Because I'm filling it up. Doing so much ripping on here. And I take a lot of pictures and some videos, but I take a lot of pictures. I do have iCloud, which I pay $10 a month for, but it doesn't seem to put a whole lot up there. So if I get a new phone that holds a lot more, then kicking iCloud to the flipping, I'm fed up with that. Anyway, and may get a second line. I'm really not sure on it, but that's the ultimate idea to do it, because then I can do live streams, or when I'm sitting around, I'm not doing anything, waiting on DoorDash. I'm gonna have to put this on charge in a minute. I thought about trading in my old phone, which is this one. It's an iPhone 6S Plus. They didn't seem to want that one. 9:30 Central for Devious. Okay, thank you. 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Okay, yeah, so we'll have to have like a little bloody chart for when everybody's on. Hey, talking about going live, Mary, when are you planning on going live? Do you still have to make some more shorts, or are you already there yet? Need to make some shorts of the wee furry creature and his new toy. Hopefully he likes his new toy today. So has anyone got anything to say today? Oops, I did something that I shouldn't have done. Fat fingers, hit button. So you're going to go out tomorrow night then, Angela, if you're still in here? Oh, and I didn't hear from DJ. DJ, need to get you some subscribers too. Trying to go through the chat, see if I can see him. Can't see him now. I'll be going out every night and all day Saturday and Sunday. Are you going to be taking David with you this weekend out to help? Or are you going to chain him to the house to do some work? Hey, Josh, how are you doing, mate? Wanted to stop by and say hi. Well, thank you very much, mate. How's things with you? Mama Wrench is doing good. She's in here whacking trolls. Doing her. Call her what do we call you? The Troll Terminator now. His ears were ringing. He's working overtime Friday and Sunday. Oh, okay. So It'll come out with you Saturday. Mama Wrench. I made a short of Devious Dasher yesterday. The live stream on Sunday, I put him on the TV because I was doing. Two and a half hours, 2 orders. Wow. I looked at it, it wasn't doing very well. And I'd already done a proxy picks today and picked up some more to do for tomorrow now. And it was Mrs. Womble wanted to go get a new mouse. Told her not to get that furry one. And what did we do? And it was getting close to the live show, so decided just to come home. That stinks. Sorry. Yeah, it's getting too much to deal with. Just got to find something else. Josh, you need to sign up for proxy picks. I mean, proxy picks has been helps a lot. It's not every day you're going to get anything, but then once you start building your assignments up, completions on those, then I think if you get to 100 orders, then and you've been doing okay, then you get to some preferred status or something. And I've got, if I do those ones tomorrow, or when I do those ones tomorrow, I'll be at 96, I think is what we said it would be. And some of those residential ones, you'll only get like $20 for them for just doing the outside. You've got 6 pictures to do, 3 of the house, right? 1, 2, 4 of the house, 1 each of the street. And yeah, I've got watch hours. I think I was up to $8.99 is where I was at, and it shows as of the 13th of June on my one. It's always several days behind. Yeah, those are very. I don't get out the van, honestly. I do not get out. When we first go up to the house, if it's over on the right hand side, I'll just put my hand out the window, verify that it's yes. Mrs. Womble might be looking at it. Put my hand out the window, get the Vipping street scene of that way, go up, turn around, and just take pictures of the house and zoom in on the address. Done. And then just sit there and take the pictures of the other side of the street view, and answer the questions. I think it's like normally 19 questions. Done, and it's done within 10 minutes. Takes longer to get to some of them, or most of them, but if you get a few of them in a row, then that's good. That can be a pretty darn good payday. especially as like if you start doing like with the Verizon ones and the Dutch Brothers, etc. That I've done. Like next month or the end of this month, maybe when those Dutch Brothers orders come in again, they'll just assign them to me, and I'll end up going out to do all of those. And then with the Verizon ones, if depending on which ones I've done of those, they'll turn around. I think those are every couple of months on the Verizon ones. So you have to go around the shops and take pictures every couple of months. And so they'll just assign those ones to me, I'm sure. And that's what they tend to do with all the others as well. And we did a house yesterday, which I have actually done before, so yeah, they were so easy to do. So easy. So Josh, you need to go with your pin sign up for that. You don't even need a background check doing those. Unless you're going into the shops, like Verizon or whatever, you need that. And then if you're doing inside of someone's home, etc. There's another one, Mary. I don't know if you know about it. It's called and I don't know if I've said about it before. It's called We Go Look, and that's a similar thing to Proxy Pics, except with We Go Look, they do notaries as well. If you can get, however you become a notary, you can do that with them too. But also there's stuff that they take pictures of. Could be a car that's been on eBay, and you go over and take pictures or whatever the customers asked you to take specifically of that car, or you go take a picture of a home, etc. That one I tried for, but they didn't need anyone in my area at the time. I tried again a few months ago, so I might have to go again and try again. See if they need anyone now. I don't know what the pay structure is on that one. Hey, Brizzy. Oh, boy. How's she doing? So, yeah, just Josh, if you're still in there, think about doing Proxy Pics, would you? Because that would surely help you. It all helps. Help alongside the YouTube monies and also it's always good to have extra VPN apps in your arsenal. Yeah, I'm still okay, I suppose. How about you? Oh, you said you're okay. Is it hot everywhere for everybody? Been pretty warm here, I can tell you that. 89 it says it is at the moment. So I've got the air conditioning running. And I'm glad that we went when we came home. I stopped and got petrol down the road. Oh, excuse me. It was like $2.75 a gallon. That's the cheapest we've seen so far. Where does a sick ship go? I don't know. It was what? Oh, I read that wrong. 80s. 80's a little bit more bearable. To dock. Oh, jeez. Miss. Jeez. Cindy. Good one, though. 105. Bloody hell. Angela, did you get the AC sorted? I got it done in the van. Yikes. 90 and feels like 100. Oh, yikes. It's not fun. We rarely had flipping temperatures that high back home, rarely. Remember one year it did that when I was back home, and it was a weird year. Of course, we don't have air conditioning in the houses over there either. Well, we didn't when I was growing up. Well, unless you were bloody rich and had a big house and had an antiquated flipping AC system. You spent how much? Oof. Wow. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. We had a new one several years ago, and then it packed up. And conveniently, the people that fitted it were local. Had been in the area for many years, and of course they disappeared as soon as the thing went out on us. I don't know. What did it do? What did they say? Jeez. But at least you got it. Now you feel more comfortable, well, in the home. Just not more comfortable in the bank at the moment, I know. You look flushed. Oh, blimey. Oh, Christ. That's a funny one. Very funny, Cindy. Someone's been at the joke section. So, it'd be cool, and oh, good grief, I agree with that. Definitely agree with that. Excuse me. I know that the air conditioning went out in the van, and it ain't in the house. or there ain't any in the house, but it's, I guess. And the air conditioning in the van, I took it down to the local garage a couple of weeks or three back, and they got it on the machine, and they were so flipping worried that it was it was going to leak because there was a lot that was missing. And I explained to them, well, they put in another engine last year, and then they've obviously pulled the Vipin compressor off and everything, and pulled the cables on those, and probably didn't think about it, and all I'm hoping is that the bloody cables are actually the piping is all together and not broken or anything. But thankfully, it seems like it wasn't. And they were concerned because they just want to know where that Vipin gas went. So, well, when it starts getting warming up in there, they said, just bring it back to us and we'll be able to see where it's leaking out of. Sure. But I don't think it's going to leak. Well, I'm hoping it ain't going to bloody leak, but I just think they just didn't bother to recharge the aircon. My granddaughter's joke book. We have a room. We have a room that's, yeah, there you go. That's silly little, not so portable air conditioner. One with a bloody great pipe that goes out. Oh, I hate that thing. But yeah, we have that. And we got fans and that, but it will get to a certain point that it will just be too much for the fat geezer. So we'll be in the van a lot more. But even that costs a fortune to run. You've got to run it if you can keep the aircon going. And have the windows open for a little while, but if it's just a hot and dense air, it's just not going to do any bloody thing for you. Not a pipe. Right. Being corrected, everybody. I've been bashed by a bird. All my flipping memories gone. Just trying to get the charger cable, everybody. You must get a better transmitter. There we go, got it on charge. No AC in part of the house. A lot of concrete. Yeah. It's hard to know what to do for the best, but it seems like you've got it sorted out for the most part there, Farmer Wrench. I mean, where are we now? June, July, August, September. What's that? 3 months we have to deal with this. Well, we're halfway through June anyway, so. Only 2.5 months we have to deal with this. Possibly. And unfortunately, it'll get worse before it gets any better. Any cooler. Why does it seem like napkins? Grow napkins until I want them. If any of you are into the car channels, car stuff, I've got some stuff to put on my car channel coming up soon. There's not a lot of subscribers. I think we've got like 30 subscribers on it. 30, 34, something like that. Good night, everyone. Got to get up early for my W. Well, thanks for popping by, Angela. And we'll probably see you in a live stream somewhere. And it's Chuck's tomorrow night, so maybe we'll see you there. We've all got to tune into Chuck's channel because, well, we've all got to listen to Biscuit Snort. Everybody needs to pop in and listen to Biscuit at least once a week. The dulcet tones are snoring. Yeah, good night, Angela. Hopefully you have a better dashing day tomorrow. Well, hopefully you have a better day, but hopefully the door dashing and grub up in Uber Eatsing goes well. Mrs. Womble's on it still. I mean, are you still playing with the mouse, Mrs. Womble? They're going to get fed up with you chasing them around. I don't like it when you donk them on the head. Just because you've got a wrench now doesn't mean you start flipping bashing up mouses. Oh. Uh-oh, what did I do? Yep, you can play on the computer now, you got a new mouse. That's good. Right, let the missus play with her mouse. Happy wife. Yeah, but she doesn't play fair when she's playing with the mouse. The last one got stuck in a trap. Yeah, taunted with cheese. It goes snap, and I have to flip and take it out of the house. No fun. It has to be relocated. She had a mouse to play with before. What is it? Oh, there you go. I didn't know I can make myself look bigger. And does it zoom in and out on the screen? Oh, that's fun. I didn't know I could zoom myself in and out. You can zoom in on things. Can't really zoom in very well though. Goes to the top of my head and that's it. Anyway. Oh crikey, I did something else. Oh my. I guess it does. I bought you special mouse removal equipment. Yes, you did. Special mouse removal equipment. Jesus. But you didn't have to listen to it flipping that one that was stuck. That was flipping still alive. I couldn't kill it. was squeaking and squeaking, drove me nuts trying to figure out where it was coming from. If you had a cat, could have been set the cat out. Sure, the chickens would like to come in and get it, but then there'd be feathers everywhere. Yes, there is specialised flipping mouse removal equipment. Because I was not going to pick it up. No. He was on a little sticky pad, Mary, and I couldn't kill it. Oh, for life me, I could not do anything with it. I used the bucket method. Works like a charm. Oil bowl works good too. They go in the oily bowl and they can't flipping move. Give it away. Yeah, that was. I couldn't kill the mouse. The mouse that was on the sticky pad. I got like, if you remember, like those the post office got long tongs. Yeah, that's what it was. Not long enough. Anyway, what is it? They've got these square flipping priority post boxes, like the big squares, 6x6 or 7x7 or whatever they are. And so I got one of those. It was one that was used, and I put in a bunch of flipping stuff to pad it down with, and I put some Pringles in there. It was his last meal, and I put the mouse in there with tongs, and then I taped it up with some holes in it. So there was no way in hell I was going to be killing that thing. Had a special mouth removal system. A 25 male. Yes, that might do it. Maine Coon cat. Yep. The only time we ever had mouses back home was when flipping my cat would bring them home to say, "Oh, I found you." Or a bird. It would bring a bird. It would bring a bird home. Yeah, I couldn't do that flipping mouse. A 25-pound Maine Coon cat. Blimey. I think that cat that I last flipping had was more than 25 pounds. You remember him? Well, Wendy remembers him. She called him Satan's Spawn. He was a cat that lived next door to me in Wimbledon, and the person that owned it, well, she was too much into drugs. And he was always over at our place, and I lived above a Chinese restaurant. And luckily for little flipping Eddie, was his name, he would sit outside the back of the restaurant all the time waiting to be fed. And the Chinese bloke and the flipping people that owned the place loved flipping animals. So the Chinese bloke, named Peter, would always come out, feed the cat. And then when I moved in, Eddie found his way up into my flat, and he would come in and get fed by me too. And then the great lump flipping would go on my bed, and there'd be a great big dent in the middle of my bed. Couldn't go to bed with that little lump. But when I moved, he moved with me. The people next door had moved without him. So he went with me. And then when I met Mrs. Womble, little fat Eddie Fippin came in to visit. Magellan. Yeah, it's funny how they become very much best friends. He was a runt. He could sit on my hand. Oh, he was a runt. Oh, okay. Bloody hell. Can't imagine one of them so hipping small. Yeah, giant, almost great big ears, pointy ears. You know you had one. Yeah, I love the kitties too. Do enjoy seeing kitty cats. That's one thing I don't get to see is a lot of kitty cats. But when I lived in Wimbledon, all the years that we lived in Wimbledon, Dad and I would go for a walk around the streets every night because they were like townhouses. What we lived in, terrace houses is what we called them, and we had like a 4 foot front garden on most of the houses, and then there'd be a windowsill and a big wall maybe in the front garden of someone's house, and you go out for a walk around the streets and there'd be a cat on the windowsill waiting to get in or just been dumped out there for the night and it doesn't enjoy it. So it sits on the window and tortures its owner to look at it. Or it'd be sitting on the wall and make a fuss of it. Sometimes some would make it home with me and Dad wasn't watching me too well. But oh no. Oh well, it's a pity you didn't know we were poisoning them. I would have been ripping their ears off, but anyway. Or more. Yeah. Some people are arseholes. Worse than that. There was a lady down the road from us when I lived in Wimbledon, and she didn't like my cat, and she would throw things at him. She didn't like him in her garden. Well, he didn't like to poop in his own garden, so anyway, he she would throw things at him, and then one day I caught her doing it, and I threw it back. Oh, the person that did it lives in hell now. Oh dear, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Never mind. Hopefully they're clambering for air conditioning now. It's I don't get that. I can't do that with people that fit in who deal with innocence. Animals, I really can't deal with people with that. Things go the wrong way very quickly, and have done so in the past. I worked in a place called Tooting, which is southwest London, and I was in the garage trade years and years ago when I first started in my full-time career of working for a living out of school. Worked at these garages, and I mean, worked at a new Toyota dealer, but there was other garages down the road. Oh, good grief! I mean, they would sell their grandmothers a flipping dodgy car, not flipping worry about it. I mean, but they had their morals, and one of them was I worked at one of the smaller garages down the road, and it was such a small place, and just had to move the cars out of the front and get them seen every day. And next door to us was a little shop front, basically. And if you'd seen these cars on the telly or wherever, if you watched Top Gear, if any of you have ever watched that, you probably would have seen one of these cars on there. It's a little free wheel vehicle called a Reliant Robin, and they used to repair these cars next door. And this garage where it was outside of, there was two little Yorkie dogs that were sit out there, lovely little dogs, even though I weren't too keen on Yorkies because I got bit by one when I was younger, much younger. But these ones are real flipping nice to sit out there. Everybody knew the dogs. And then one day, flipping, these two blokes walked past and kicked the dogs. So there was a big yelp. And I was out there, heard the flipping ruckers turn round. Hey, good night, Mrs. Womble. Have you finished playing the game now? It's telly time, I suppose, now. Uh-oh. Who's that here with a torch? There's something going on there. Anyhow, so I alerted some of the other blokes at the garage that there was the dogs had been kicked, and well, yes and yes. Okay, suppose I'll be in a little while. I suppose I'll be in, maybe. Anyway, at some stage I'll be in there. But anyway, these so it didn't take too long for these garage blokes to come out and let's say they had a few words with the blokes that kicked the dogs. That was as they were escorted around the back of the garage. They didn't like anyone hurting animals. They were not too keen on that. Well, I got 13 likes today. That was good. Yay. Well, that's what shows them, right? I don't know why this Nightbot thing. Are you going to sign up for that thing, Mary? That Nightbot thing? I hope I get it working. It's going to drive me nuts until I do. It will drive me crackers. You're not going to sign up for it? It should be easy to sort out. I don't know why there's something I'm missing. Just something I'm missing on doing this. You don't know. I just don't know what the heck I've done wrong with it. She's going to go watch some telly. Mama Wrench. Well, she's probably watching that. But, excuse me, that normally means a nap in front of the telly. Ask Drew. Is that Drew Spark Adventures? I know I've seen it on other channels. It pops up every now and again. Just got to sit down there and be able to watch it. Be able to take it in. It was a bit hard to take it in this morning because, one, I was so bloody tired because I hadn't slept all night. Been out here, if you've been doing YouTubey stuff. Oh, actually, I did fall asleep at some stage. It was so nice out here. The wind was zipping, there was a breeze coming through, and I fell asleep. I was trying to catch up with Car Flipping Channel. I tell him he should go in as Drew Spark Adventures so people can sub to him sometimes. Oh, was that the one that just said had Drew on it? I clicked on it last night, on his name last night, and it just went to someone's channel that just had 2 subscribers. Yeah, I mean, he should go in as Drew Spark Adventures because, like you said, then people can subscribe to it. I am subscribed to him, but isn't he trying to get to 500? I forgot that's what it was. I thought that's what DJ said. He was trying to get to 500. Do you all watch Big Free Dashing, DJ's channel? I watched his latest video, but I haven't watched all of his videos, but I've watched several of his videos, and I do like it that he's always he's promoting someone in a gig tuber in his channels, not just one, like several through different segments. And then he found you, didn't he, Mary? He was at Mary Street or something, or Mary Road, and he brought up your channel. I know, I saw that. And Fran too. Who? DoorDash. Big Free Dashing DJ. But he's always promoting everyone. He's real good at doing that too. Big Free Dashing. Uh-oh. Gosh. But he's fun to watch. And he shows you around his town as well. And he only does it with one phone. I think he's got just one phone. Sure, he's only got one phone he does it with. And it's a pain in the backside to switch back and forth to do that. Well, it would be for me. For me, drive me crackers. Oh, I need to go back and see Chuck's channel. I'll see if he's put out a video today. I know he was. See if he's given an update on his Starbucks saga. I think he was trying to get the bar in sorted out once and for all yesterday. Yesterday. Wow, can't believe how early it is. Yeah, yesterday. I haven't done too many in Starbucks. We did, he did? Oh, okay. I haven't done too many Starbucks. Several of them come through, but they never seem to be paying enough. I remember a couple of mornings I'd stayed awake, stayed up all through the night working, and had an hour or so lull period or more. Had a nap. Still had the app on in the background. Hey, well, I'll still put you as the. I need to put you as a moderator, don't I? There you go. And he, I ended up doing several Starbucks pickups, but I'm not sure. I don't think I really had much trouble with them. What do you get if you have a nervous cow? Jeez. Mad cow disease? Milkshakes. Milkshakes. What? Oh, blimey. That's what we need you as, Mama Wrench. Your own channel, doing some short videos, doing reading from your granddaughter's joke book. Milkshakes. We were just talking about cows on the way home. When we were still in Kansas. And, how one of my cousins, when we went down to see my great uncle, who lived out in the very rural village. My uncle used to walk all over the fields and such, through all the fields, and go for walks and walks for miles and miles, and still leave his house open because it was a tiny village. It was a little bit different back then. But anyway, went out, took my cousin out there when my dad took my cousin out there, and my cousin, we was running through the field, and he went and stood in something knee high, and something he was not very happy. Something that Milkshake had left behind, and he was he was not impressed. I think he was more than happier that I may have been not so helpful in helping in his plight. Oh dear. Guess you should figure out where your feet are going. Anyway. Stood in the cow patty. That's what he stood in. He was not happy. I, on the other hand, thought it was absolutely hilarious. Yeah, I love a good stupid joke too. It's quite funny.